this is Bob Mason from FX Empire and welcome to a daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, EOS, Ethereum and Ripple's XRP. It is Friday the 3rd of July. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the dollar and the daily candlestick. It's a relatively flat start to the day. Going to need to see Bitcoin move through the pivot at 9105 to support a run at this first major resistance level, sitting at 9261 on the day. Support from the broader market to break back through to 9,200 levels. Barring an extended rally on the day, should see that first major resistance level capping the upside. A breakout would bring 9,400 levels into play, however. Failure to break through the pivot will bring that first major support level that sits at 8945 into play. Barring extended sell-off, should see Bitcoin avoid the second major support level sitting at 8789. We've got this 23.6% fib at 8,900 that should provide some support in the event of a pullback. Looking at the MACD, we're seeing a narrowing of the histograms that is supportive of a positive day. And when we're looking at the moving averages, however, we're seeing a narrowing of this band between the 50 and the 200. So we need to look out for a histogram widening and a further narrowing that could point to a bearish day. So avoiding that first major support level and the 23.6% fib will be key. Moving across to EOS against the dollar and the hourly candlestick, it's been a mixed start to the day. EOS has found some support. Going to need to see EOS avoid a pullback through the pivot at 35.30 to support a run at this first major resistance level sitting at 39.79. We've seen plenty of resistance at 240, so barring an extended crypto breakout on the day, that first major resistance level will likely cap in the upside. Fall through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 31.73 into play. Barring extended sell-off, should avoid second major support level sitting at 2.2727. We've seen plenty of support for EOS at 230. Moving across to the daily candlesticks and the MACD, we're seeing the histograms narrowing here, suggesting a possible bullish day ahead. So avoiding the first pivot level of the day is key. Looking at the momentum and the trend analysis, going to need to avoid a fall through 219s, which is the key support level, to prevent a near-term bullish trend reversal. So moving through the resistance levels, EOS will need to start targeting 290 and then this key resistance level 311 to support that near-term bullish trend. Moving across to Ethereum against the dollar and the hourly candlestick, it's been a mixed start to the day. Ethereum's going to need to move through the pivot 227.15 to support a run at the first major resistance level sitting at 231.49. Again, going to need to see support from the broader market to break back through the 230 levels. And we'll see that first major resistance level on Thursday's high at 232.15 likely capping the upside by an extended rally. Failure to break through the pivot is going to bring this first major support level sitting at 222.12 into play. Should avoid sub 215s. We've got the second major support level sitting at 217.77. Moving across to the daily candlestick and the MACD, seeing the histograms narrowing here and the moving averages widen, supporting a possible bullish trend on the day. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid that key support level at 215 to support this near-term bullish trend. A breakdown through 215 and that's a bullish trend reversal. So move through the pivot and a breakout from that first major support level at 231.49 would then bring 250s into play, and a breakout from that 23.6% fib at 257 would then support that near-term bullish trend. Moving across to Ripple's XRP against the dollar and the hourly candlesticks. Relatively positive start to the day after an early pullback. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid a fallback through the pivot at 1750 to support a run at this first major resistance level sitting at 1777. Support from the broader market will be needed to break out from yesterday's high that was at 1775. So buying extended rate, that first major resistance level should cap any upside. Fallback through the pivot would bring that first major support level sitting at 1726 into play. Should avoid the second major support level at 1699, however, barring an extended sell-off. Moving across to the daily candlesticks and the MACD for Ripple's XRP against the dollar. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP avoid that key support level at 1690 to maintain that near-term bullish trend formed back in mid-March. So avoiding a pullback through the pivot level and the first major support level that we talked about sitting at 1726 is key on the day. We've got the second major support level sitting at 1699. So a breakout through the resistance level, first resistance level, would bring 1800s and the second resistance level, 1801, into play. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP start moving towards this first key resistance level, 2150 hours, to maintain that near-term bullish trend. So narrowing of the MACD, supportive of a positive start to the day, but you will need to avoid a pullback through that pivot.